Alright, we are recording. So continuing, I think finishing, not sure, but we'll find out, the Lost Gods DLC for Immortals Fenyx Rising, the third and, it's the final expansion, final DLC in the Season Pass. I would think, the queue is fired by Ubisoft, I would think that it will be the last thing. I mean, there'll probably still be updates and such for the game, at least for a little bit to fix up any bugs or such that come up. But yeah, I would think this being a new IP and not, a multiplayer one, that it would be, we're not going to see, a second season pass as some games do. And by the way, does that annoy anyone else? It annoys me. Alright. But yeah, I find the whole second season pass stuff very annoying. Because of how it will, if I buy, the gold edition of a game or whatever, the one that's got the season pass, I expect that to be okay, I'm gonna get all the DLC. So it always annoys me when it's nah, here we're doing another separate thing, and, there won't even, be, a discount or anything for those that had already invested a significant amount into the game. And I guess that is one thing that would make me happier, is if, whenever that you have something like that, you at least give a discount to those who already owned it. Already owned the other DLC. Man, that's... I need to make sure I actually have the name of this ability correct. There we go. I can get there to here. A little roundabout, but... Hero's Decoy. Okay. I just call it cloning. Throughout the notes. Cloning ability is Hero's Decoy. I mean, it is so...
All my preparations are complete. Are you ready to find happiness in servitude once again? That's what you humans like, right?
Not really.
Yeah, we love it. But we really need to talk about the world and the disasters.
Sure. We'll talk about all the boring stuff you want after we set up. Okay, listen. There's this great little temple in my region. Take the decorations I've prepared from the materials you gathered and get the temple ready. Think you can do it? What's that? You'd love to?
I didn't say any...
Buddy, you're a lifesaver. Not literally. I'm immortal. But I'll never forget this. Again, not literally. I'll live forever. And I'll definitely forget this. Probably soon, if I'm being honest.
I don't think they technically count as immortal, because, there were several Titans that did die.
Anyway, have fun. I'm off to freshen up before the big date.
Well, I guess it is one of those...
Wait, did he say date?
I think it is one of those things so that immortals can be killed, but they can't die, where it's that they will never die of old age. Will never be a natural death. That might be true. But,
Hey, what's this temple doing here?
I wonder what Poseidon uses this place for.
But, I mean, Kronos was killed by his kids,
Decorating
but
for
nonetheless.
Poseidon isn't the kind of work I had in mind for you, champion.
Are you kidding? Sprucing up a temple is the first thing I've done on this island that makes sense to me.
Why does he have feathered wings? I mean, yeah, that figured. Since I'm gonna be running around trying to shoot those things, it just makes sense to me to, clear off as much as I can. Come on. Ah. This sucks. Ooh, I'm surprised I actually made that jump back up. Oh, this is not gonna. I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to fall back. By the way, I do think that based on size, should be heavy enough that I technically shouldn't be allowed to jump. But this stuff like that, it does tend to be arbitrary in games, and yeah. So where am I? I guess here?
Hey, this place looks great.
Yeah, really great. Why did we do this?
It's called peacocking, my friend. I learned it from Hera. Actually, from her peacocks. Oh, wow. That's why it's called. I just now got that. Anyway, it's about showing off how great I am.
That would not really align with the myth. Hera had a monster, technically, that guarded her garden, I think it was specifically, named Argus, that had 100 eyes. And I don't remember exactly why it was that somebody needed to get through, but I'm pretty sure it was Hermes helped them by putting Argus to sleep one eye at a time, and that allowed him to then be killed. Actually, I think the head was cut off. But Hera, in order to honor her former guard, put the eyes on peacock feathers. That is the explanation for why they have that eye-like pattern on there. It would not be this showing off. That would have been figured out much later.
Boreas thinks he's so great because he's got wings? Boom! Winged Poseidon! Hestia keeps the fire burning? Boom! Poseidon brand clean burning torch. And here, the rarest of all. Oh boy! They're. Wow! They're still pungent, but they're such rare and delicate food. I inhaled again. It's sure to impress even the goddess of agriculture herself.
Demeter? You like Demeter?
Your older sister?
I really do. Isn't
Wait.
that great for her?
Yes.
Now, go tell the lucky goddess that her king awaits her for a night of divine romance.
So Demeter is Persephone's mother, who Hades took Persephone for his wife. If I remember correctly, Persephone's father is never identified in the myth. There's never a name there. Like, it's one of those, Demeter basically has no known husband, ever. This would not, no. I'm not criticizing the mythology here so much as I'm criticizing this Poseidon. It ain't happening, and he'd have to be very stupid to think of.
But Demeter is gone. She returned to Olympus. She did not mention you as she left.
What? Why did she leave?
Because the world is messed up without you gods. She went back to Olympus to help fix the damage to the mortal world.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't have a ton of experience not getting my way. I'm having a lot of feelings right now, and I'm not exactly sure how to do them.
Okay. Well, while you do feelings, maybe I could talk to you about the world.
Nah. I'm gonna go listen to metal in my sanctuary. It's this thing Hephaestus showed me. You hit some metal with a hammer and listen to the reverberations. It's soothing.
Look, I'm sorry you're sad. For the first time ever. But the whole world is suffering.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But thanks for your help, buddy. You should drop by the sanctuary later. I'm just gonna go really let myself feel this.
The world is in danger, and he's sulking.
You can get through to him, Ash. I know you can.
Yeah, well, at least now I know where he's gonna be. I'll head to his sanctuary and try again.
That does not make sense. Just the way these missions are being tracked does not make much sense. Because that's Hades. This is, the other brother. This is... But it would make more sense that it's a Poseidon mission that continues with that. You can also tell because it's a bident instead of a trident. 2 prongs instead of 3. And that was his thing. Which, by the way, if you play the game Hades, that's part of the symbol for it. I haven't played that for a while. Actually, I think I played it once since it actually hit full release. Typically, I'm not a fan of roguelikes, but they did do a very good job with that game. The main reason I tend not to like roguelikes is they can be a bit too over the top in their how punishing they are, and that it is still punishing and does still demand a lot of skill from the player, but well, not always a lot of skill, but there is still progression even through failure. And yes, I know, I said many times, like the whole with the revive token in this, I hate games that are designed around that. Designed around you to fail. That game really isn't designed for you to fail necessarily. I mean, in theory, you could win every single time. But at least it is designed so that you are not just completely destroyed as a result. Because what was that? Gods Will Fall, I think was it? A different roguelike? That one was... That's definitely that just punishes you. Because any failure there, and you are losing. You're falling behind. And there isn't anything that really advances you. I'm just very curious about this, right? What is it? Okay, that's what it does. I don't know why. Oh! Okay, there's stuff up here. Now I see. Oh. There. There. I have no idea where that went. I like that that works. I really doubt I managed to get it all the way up here. I guess it's possible. Oh, there it is. Huh. Maybe. What have I got here? Nothing really. I mainly just wanted to set that as the last one I interact with. Could. Actually, this is the one I should be taking. Hopefully I can get it up there. Not by this path. Well, not easily by this path. Actually, wait, I can get this one. There it is. It's two up. Where'd it go? What? This would actually. No, I'm good with that. I mean, why not? So at least I'm... Oh, no, it's over. Sometimes the chests just blend in to my eyes. I don't know why. I mean, I guess that one really doesn't have colors that'll make it stand out, but yeah.
I know the gods have their problems too, but people suffer for what the gods do. You guys know that, right?
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't mean you. I just mean, why do the gods let these things happen? It's
Complicated.
yeah. Mortal lives get complicated too. Then they end.
I guess then maybe this, this altar would be better. To save it. And I just want to check. Yep. You know, the fact that it is off of Hades' mission could... I mean, yes, in theory I'm going into a vault, but it could also mean that he's gonna be there, or that he is somehow involved with the corruption stuff. We shall see. Or it could be that Poseidon is.
Whoa. How did the same guy who put chicken feathers on his statue make this? No way he did this alone. Did the nymphs help? The muses?
Oh, it could be that we find that Hades is behind a lot of this. I mean, it's like he genuinely doesn't deserve the bad rep that he gets in so much, but at the same time, it's, you know, what I come to expect of media today. By the way, this is lousy with this camera. It's so hard to actually be able to see where you need to go, I should say. More so than where you are going. Okay, I see. Interesting, because the icon wasn't filled in early. Alright. Let's get going. I like this screenshot. It's not too spoilerish, really.
Hello? King Poseidon? Are you still upset about Demeter?
Who? Oh no, I'm over it. Some gate thing showed up down here though, and it's bugging me. I just went down inside and it leads to Tartaros. Tartaros is the worst.
I know. I've been helping Hades clear the corruption from the Tartaros thingies here
Vaults.
on the island.
Nice. Okay, hop in this one and clear it up then. It's wrecking the whole mood I have going on here. I'll come down and check on you later. Or I might have a nap. Who knows?
He said that he went into it, though. Which could just be a writing mistake, or that Hades was lying. Because, I mean, Poseidon, I could believe that he'd see and be like, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to get someone else to do it. But it would also come to beg the question of why would Hades want you to do it? Never-ending hunger. Oh, that. Which, depending, because if I remember correctly, didn't. That almost looks like it should be a switch there. If I remember correctly, the way the base game ended, Typhon is trapped in Tartarus. We just went into Tartarus, so... And could that corruption... that... Oh, hang on. Wait, what? I just realized that we got these. Alright, I'm just gonna go around. That the corruption that keeps the gods out keeps him in. Yeah, I could handle that, or I could just go around. I mean, this is definitely a setup for a boss.
Well, that's that. The last of the corrupted tablets. Maybe now Hades will be willing to come to Olympus.
Yeah,
I'll
look,
see
they made
my
him a bad
brother
guy.
soon enough. But first, I have to deal with my father.
Your father?
Zeus stole the rule of this universe from our father, Kronos the Devourer. He tricked him, just like he tricked me into ruling a dead world, while he kept the beautiful living world.
Not
for
the actual
himself.
mythology.
Did
Well, okay, no,
you
because it was
know
one that
Zeus
it was.
mocks me because there are parts of my own kingdom that I can't touch?
Oh,
My father is locked in a part of Tartarus, forbidden to me.
but it's still, it was drawing of lots
not fair.
by that one myth. So it's not like he would trick.
When he visited me in the underworld, Zeus, full of my wine and hospitality, by the way, bragged about how only he could have locked Kronos away. Only he could overcome Kronos. Well, I'll show him.
And Kronos was killed. I mean, he was not imprisoned. He was killed.
Brother, what have you done? This was supposed to be our kingdom.
All kingdoms should be our kingdoms. Why do we bow to Zeus? We are just as good as he is. Better. Kronos, father, this is my kingdom. Zeus couldn't hope to face you without treachery. But here, I am the master!
Okay.
He ate him! He ate a god! He ate his child!
Not the first time.
Yeah, he does that. So, listen. You're gonna hate this, but I'm gonna need you to go fight Big Papa there.
That sword is right there.
Me? I'm just a mortal!
You're a champion, and I've got an ultra super secret god attack. But we need to keep him busy while I power it up. Try not to get eaten.
Oh man, I wish we could hear Phoenix down here.
Right? Coming up with plans is the actual worst. Anyway, good talk. Go get him.
But, yeah, the sickle of Kronos is... Well, the sword of Kronos is a sickle shaped like that. That is actually cool. And that is actually what Zeus used to kill him, even, because it's also what Kronos used to kill his father. It's kind of a whole patricide thing in Greco-Roman mythology. Ow. Oh, this actually won't be so bad. Give me that health. Ah, keep hitting the wrong button. Ah, that hurt. He's relatively easy to read. It's more I am making mistakes. That I couldn't... You really need better stamina regeneration in combat. It is exceedingly annoying. Yeah, I had no ability to do anything. How did I lose... Oh, wait, that's... Never mind, I know.
Super Secret God Attack!
And Ethan, right?
Really? All that for a punch in the gut?
Oh, you got Hades to be fit back up.
I'm a tactical genius.
He ate me! He ate me again! Why does he keep eating me?
Kinda his thing.
You made this mess. Now help clean it up. Help me siphon off Kronos' energy so the champion can finish him.
I love the block falling in the background here. And we only got him to half health.
Ash, we can draw his energy, but the fight
Yeah.
is up to you. You can do it.
Ah, they made him smaller, but now he has this armor on him.
I'll do what I can! I'm sorry, champion! I wasn't... Zeus was right!
It's also worth noting that
Okay, old man.
all
we
of
doing
you
this.
helped with the fight of him, so it Ow. That was not what I wanted. Ow. I'm expecting I'm gonna... Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely dying. I was hitting the button, she just wasn't dodging. Alright, so where's this gonna stick? Okay. Nope. That works very, very well. It would also explain why the murals did seem to depict Zeus killing Kronos. But what did she just get covered in?
Hey, you made it. Good job, bud.
That should hold Kronos for now. But we'll need Zeus to seal it permanently.
Oh, I hate needing that guy. Are you really going back to him?
I'm waiting for that to disappear.
I made my play, I got eaten. Again. I'm done.
Hey, but don't forget, Zeus needs you too. These imbalances in the world can only be solved by the gods working together. He needs you to return to Olympus to save him.
Yeah. I guess Zeus is lucky he has us to bail him out. Fine, let's go. It's no fun being king of an empty island anyway.
Welcome home. Hades, you idiot, you messed with the natural order again. And for what? Power? We're gods, you don't need more power.
I just wanted one story that wasn't about Zeus.
Another disaster? But we're all back and not performing miracles.
It's the island. The whole island is infused with power that wasn't sacrificed for.
I should never have raised it.
Ash! Athena! Did you hear all that? The island itself is the problem!
We actually haven't seen Owlthena for a while, have we? Some of that might be because I kind of went off discovering stuff. So I may even count... No, because there was one time that I found her just sitting there, and I couldn't talk to her. Oh wait, no. Once I beat the enemies in there, I could.
Itself is the problem. It would take a big offering for you to sink the island again, wouldn't it?
Yes. I don't know how we can do it.
Leave it to me. I can do this. I can make it right.
Really? Well, if anyone can, it's you. You're a hero, Ash.
Ash. The hero.
I do want to say, in kind of, praise for myself, I have managed to only need 2 of the tokens, the respawn tokens. I have done well. Oh, I just realized we got to let's see this. Oh, that's actually very nice. let me... Okay, yeah. What was it? No, I don't care about it. Boy, it would be... Well, yeah, it's just kind of weird how it's sorted. At least that kind of sort of makes sense. What have I got? I've got two of the blues, one of the purple. Okay. Finish out that one. This might not even do anything. Oh no, it did. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna save just so that I know I have those changes. Now, I made a point of showing that, you got covered in... I'm not sure that should actually count as his blood, since how he's also throwing it at us. But, yeah, I mean, there was definitely a point made that that stuff was on her. So, it'll be interesting to see what the resolution with that is. Because it's gotta be something, right? So there's Athena.
Who knew you'd turn out to be such a great champion?
Thank you, Athena.
After you make your offering, Phoenix and the others are going to send these islands back to the bottom of the sea. We'll have to head straight to the boat, so if you have anything left to do, do it now.
Okay, I got this.
I'm sure I'll be able to come back.
Gods, please watch over me.
In fact, in theory, this is an altar, right? I can just save here. And then hit the miracle. Yeah. Aw, man! Well, that's okay. What did I have in Ubisoft? Sure. Oh wait, no. I probably just had one of the normal ones here. But okay. Saving it, so that in theory I can come back to this. No, do that. I didn't really read that, though. Who are we technically sacrificing to?
Gods of Olympus,
It's all of them.
Fenyx, please hear this final prayer. I ask that you return this island to the sea. I offer you the energy of Kronos, the Devourer.
Ah, okay.
What? This energy should never have been returned to the world. And I offer it freely back to you. I love you all. I love this world and its people. I hope you will watch over them. Ash, no!
The gods accepted Ash's offering. The balance of this world. The harmony between gods and humans. Between the land and the elements. Ash restored it all. Ash became a legend among the Olympians. The mortal hero who restored balance where the gods could not. Ash, the champion of Olympus.
Could have been
Of the world.
vested better the idea that that was still a part of her, and what exactly it was. Alright. Now, I'm fairly confident, though, that I can, just reload that save. And do the rest of the stuff. Not that I necessarily care. I think I've done every single mission possible. It would just be, getting some items. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, for story, it's like... This... Okay, the story here it's better. But it did still kind of feel like the Myths of the Eastern Realm DLC, which I still need to check. Is it Eastern Realm or Eastern Realms? Because I thought I saw in one place it was Realms. In other places I saw it was Realm. Anyway. Because I might need to change thumbnails if that's the case. But anyway. That felt a lot looser. As in, it wasn't very tight. Like, there were holes in this. In that, this definitely feels better than that. There are still some holes. Like, the whole... It's like, oh, that's what that was. I got on her. The energy of Kronos, and it, entered into her such that it, couldn't be just removed. She had to kill herself like that. But it's like, okay, that was not really explained. It's like, that happened. I didn't even really know what it was. Especially since the thing that she got was purple. What? And, I mean, I guess... Did they have flavor text? I don't remember. It's weird how to even view the essence. Yeah, I feel like it could have used some more time to help get that tight. But it was okay. I mean, it sadly, it was better than Myths of the Eastern Realms, and I'm saying that because I wish Myths of the Eastern Realms was better. Not that this was... Not sadly because this was poor. No, this was still good, but that should have been better as well. I'm going to hit fast forward just to... Because I know this is going to be long. Because the last one was long as well. The gameplay of this was... It could also have used some tightening. Mainly, it should not have a fixed angle relative to the ground. It really should not. You should have... Like most any other game that has a camera like that, it should allow for some zooming in, zooming out. Really should. It also would be a good idea if it could, even if you can't control the zoom and zoom out, like with the scroll wheel, if it would at least intelligently zoom out, like when you're aiming an arrow, when you're aiming to throw something, so you can actually see the target, see the end. It's like that's really the largest and most obvious criticism. The balance was also bad. Well, poor. Yes. Poor is different from bad. Bad is you made wrong decisions. Poor is this should be better. That may sound maybe this will be a way to put it. Poor is still on the scale of good. Bad is on a separate scale. But it's like they shouldn't have ramped up the scaling of the enemies as quickly or as fast. I complained about that in one of the parts when I was, it was before Boreas, where I realized, like, yeah, it was actually much before Boreas, wasn't it? Because, like, I upgraded the sword and then I realized, oh, that's what they're doing. It's almost like it's balanced along the idea that you are focusing on a single weapon. So that way, how much health they have and how much health they can do to you is supposed to be balanced against a single powerful weapon. So if you do something more balanced, you know, across the different weapons and across the armor, it doesn't work quite as well. It falls apart some, where the enemies will now be much larger threats. Yeah. But once you get upgraded enough, that's not so big a problem. And once you get that hero decoy ability, oh my god, that is overpowered. I mean, that was nuts. That is nuts how much damage, how effective that is as a weapon. I mean, that alone, like, fixed the balance, which is such a problem. You should never have a game balance where one ability literally fixes the balance. With the fact that you are now surrounded by half a dozen to a dozen enemies. Nope, I still got this. Drop that and just keep dodging around and you're fine. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, it would have been better if that would tone down some. Maybe not reducing the amount of damage, and this is, by the way, not something that they should do in a patch. Have it do less damage, or, no. Keep the amount of damage, smaller radius, there. Do that, but it should be introduced a lot sooner. The fact that it takes so long to get it is absurd, given how significant it is because you really don't have any ability to deal with the groups of enemies you get caught in. And I do think that the camera hurts with that, because it's just trying to manage the position of all the enemies is, I think, actually harder to do that way than in the third-person camera of the rest of the game. That it's just easier with that, I feel, to position yourself and keep track of them. Because it's you're more likely to actually try to get them all in front of you, whereas with this, it's more likely for you to be surrounded. And also, you do actually kind of need to stay in the group, because how else do you see above yourself? You know, the vertical field of view is so limited. You need to actually stay close to the enemies to really have a sense of where they all are. Whereas with the third-person camera, it's not so bad, because you can have vertical field of view isn't a problem. It's depth of field, but I always play with that off anyway. And just occlusion from the enemies themselves, so it's really not that bad. But yeah, that should, and that's why I say that you can't fix that in a patch, because you can't just suddenly have this ability given so much earlier in the game. That's a design level thing that once that was basically set, it was fixed. You can't change that. But on the plus side, it being introduced so much later does mean it can be more powerful. It can be as unbalanced as it in fact is. Just trying to think what else. It would be nice. Yeah. A lot of the UI concerning the inventory stuff is pretty cool. It's like, I don't like how the essence system was, because for one thing, you can't even see what essences you have unless you're in the menu to actually see them. You don't know what their effects are unless you are on the item and on the slot that you're interested in. It really should not be that complicated and have that many layers to it. Because it's like, one layer is just, well, there's a layer for the item, a layer for, and this isn't like a real layer, it's abstract layer, UI layer, well, no, not UI, UX layer, there we go. User experience layer for the item, or ability, for the slot, and then for the essence. That's 3 layers there that you have to navigate through, and each one is separate. So it's not like you can see from the essence what it would be in a different ability. No, you need to go back out of the 2 lower layers, select the different ability. Now you can go down the 2 layers again to see what it is. That is very clumsy. It would be far better if it were more of a list style, where like you could just see all of the slots. Like, yeah, if you could see by slot or see by essence, where it's like, okay, this, well, probably by slot would be better, because then it's like here, all the slots where it's like you can put something in there to increase the health, to increase the stamina, whichever, and then then give you the list of the essences for that, and you can just go, okay, put that one in, put that one in, that one in, that one in. That would be far better. And in theory, that could still be done, but that would be a, okay, we're gonna overhaul this entire UI here, and somebody would go, why? It's an expansion for a game. It's yes, it's important that we have it be good, but it's the expansion. This isn't a high priority. I wouldn't even be surprised if, and this is something that I don't know, pure, not even speculation, this is just pure hypothetical, I'm making something up. I could believe that it was somebody said, this wouldn't be the best UI, we should do it this way instead, and it was like, okay, we could do it that way, except that will take us like 2-3 weeks more to get it right. This we can get, this we already have partially working, or take us 1 week to get done, we're getting that. So that's what we're gonna do. Because it's not the full game, it is an expansion, so it, and that I want to say that is a realistic-ish, emphasis on the ish there, kind of discussion that you do have when game development is, okay, we can either have it working soon, or we can have it perfect, and we're not going to get there for weeks. Yeah, that's not viable for a lot of people, for a lot of companies. But I do want to still say, though, because I know some people would be like, oh, well, that's how you get bugs and meta design. It's like, it would be working, though. Bugs coming in, that's a different thing, and dealing with bugs is a different thing. Although you do still have the prioritization kind of thing, where you can find bugs where it's like, oh yeah, that's a bug, that's an important bug, it's not a high priority bug, though. And then other bugs where it's like, no, we need to fix that one right now. Yeah, I want to do that. I think, yeah, I've talked about it. I still want to do that article talking about bug reporting. Maybe I've got another thing I want to, at least one other thing I want to finish off first after this, and then maybe I can get back to working on that. That idea. But yeah, it's prioritization is so important, and in some cases, yes, you do prioritize, which you can probably say, maybe not out loud, is not the optimal design, but it's the design you can get done, and know you can get done, and know you have it working. And I would not be surprised if that's how it is for a lot of UI. Because, I mean, I've said before, I don't know if I've said in any recording for Overclockers Club, that if I were to go back to school for something, it would be for UI, UX design, because basically there is no perfect UI. I could design a UI, I know it wouldn't be perfect. Somebody would be able to find ways to make it better. I'm okay with that. I know that's how it is. Oh, what, are we going to see that she survived, or Chrono survived? I don't want you in the underworld, Ash.
You've got meat. This is the true essence of our champion.
I actually don't recall if there was ever a necessity in Greco mythology for the, like, soul and body to be reunited for resurrection. It always seemed like A's just, had to decide to let him out.
Phoenix? What? Where? It didn't work?
Easy. Your sacrifice saved us all, buddy. Ash, we're going to take you to see Phoenix on Olympus. Zeus will grumble, but your bravery deserves happily ever after.
Until you just die again of old age. Mortals are bizarre.
Okay. I was like, wait, where's she gonna go? And also, I'm pretty sure never in Greco mythology does a mortal set foot on Olympus. It's like one tries to, gets killed for it. Alright, okay, that's what I figured. I need to see this. Alright. 12 hours, 35 minutes, 40 seconds. So that's longer than, come on, brain, turn over. Longer than either of the two. It's almost double the length I spent in Myth. Oh, man. I'm sorry, that just annoys me so much. That one really should have been larger. Because a lot of the criticisms I have for that, for the second expansion, I do put on it feeling much too short. That they didn't invest the time necessary to really build that out. I can grant that some of that, though, would risk pushing it into potentially even rivaling the length of the base game. I mean, it's also, yeah. So in the New Game Plus, when I basically just rushed through, I think I actually managed to, like, get to where I'm, ready to fight Typhon in that in a little bit over 10 hours, like 10, 11 hours. Now that's true, New Game Plus. So I can understand not wanting a DLC to be longer, potentially, than the base game rushing. But, yeah, it just... Myths should have been longer, should have covered more, is my opinion on that. On this one, it's good. The length is probably fine. Alright, so there's Dusty. No, that saying makes perfect sense. The looking gift horse in the mouth. Just in case you don't know what the origin of that is, you can tell the age of a horse by its teeth, because its gums recede over the length of its life. So something being long in the tooth is old. That's where it comes from. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth, because like if somebody gives you a horse, gives you anything, you accept it. And you don't inspect it like that to see, oh, this horse is really old, it's basically useless to you giving me something else. You don't do that. No, that's very impolite. You accept it graciously. Alright. Found piles. Realms. I do think that it would be nice if they had this stuff separated out. The DLC, I mean. Lost God helmet. And well, actually, because each one I've got to pay for it. It would make sense that this is all of them. But in theory, they could have been... Are they also in here? Yep. Also have them in here. Alright. How about here? No, that's... Do that. You actually don't get the baby phosphor in here. I mean, I think that would have been fitting. No, she never got... Yeah. Alright. And where am I that I've got that there? I mean, it just seems odd, that pose. That oh, okay, I do kind of remember. That's right, because this is where the mission was. And that's just that. Okay. Yeah, give me tiles. I'm just trying to compile in my mind what I think over all of the three. I might be a little biased towards The Lost Gods just because I just have been playing it. Okay. I think I would say... Oh man, it is weird though, because I've got it's the whole. I can recommend all three, but there are different qualifications to each, and it's just trying to figure out what the scoring would be between them. Like Myths of the Eastern Realm, which, yeah, it looks like I do need to change. That I will put at the bottom just because of what I was talking about before. It really should be longer. It should have more in there. And more respect, I guess, would be a way to put it. More appreciation. That may be a better word for it, for some of the actual myths. Like the 5 colors stone. Like, there's a meaning to the 5 colors, and it basically is never touched on. There's a meaning to the stone itself, and that isn't touched on in there. It's like suddenly we just had that, and it's like, wait, that's the thing that we have? And like I could tell with the name, 5 colored stone, it's like, there's meaning here. I had no idea I was making this. I don't know what its significance is. That's what we're using now. It really should have been more thorough in that. It should have had a greater appreciation for the myths. It should not have been a 6.5-hour DLC. Hey, I am hopeful that other than that, it was still it was quality, but it does suffer from being too short. Hopefully that gets enough positive attention that we may see stuff, that mythology explored upon, more Eastern mythologies in general explored upon. I know for years people have been saying that they want an Assassin's Creed set in the East in some form, at least. In part because a lot of these Assassin's Creed do get into the mythology in some way or another. But yeah, it's hopefully we can see something like that in the future. And I do feel that Ubisoft might be one company that would take the time to do that. They seem to like doing innovative stuff. It depends though. So yeah, because, in totality, because of the qualification that I put on the recommendation about it is short and I feel doesn't do as good a job appreciating the mythology, Myths of the Eastern Realm would be at the bottom. Forgiving how short it is and that issue, I would put it above A New God, but with that, A New God would be above it. With those qualifications, A New God is above it. But A New God is also, there were those points of significant frustration for me, and I can't really escape that. That colors it for me, even though I think it was only 2 or 3 of the however many trials, and because there were a lot. Was it 24? No. Actually, no, there might have been 24 trials, because there were the 24 items I need to get for the Pantheon. And it was, I think you may have only found those. No, you didn't only find those in the trial. But you also did have some trials that you did find other things that you. So yeah, it may still have worked out to being 24 trials. And I kind of lost my train of thought on that. But it is. Oh yeah, that's right. Even though it was only like 2 or 3 that really, really frustrated me, it was still. That still colors my impression of it. But there were also some that were quite clever and some that were just poor. The main 2 criticisms, main qualification to A New God, I would say, would be the frustration there, but also the fact that it's just basically the vaults all over again. That's all it is. That is annoying, but, move on. It's what it is. That's what I mean by the move on with it. It's like, it's what it is. So, I could understand, though, with that one, somebody saying, and I'm not going to disagree with that, I'm just not sure if I would say it, but the idea of, you don't need to play that one. I'm saying, yes, it does add on to the story, and it can be enjoyable, aside from the frustrating trials, but I'm not sure if it necessarily is like, hey, you gotta play this. And then Lost Gods I would put up at the top. As I said, though, that one is, I'm potentially biased towards it because I was just playing it and just finished it. It's a good length. It does have issues. I do think if they just added something to actually adjust the distance of the camera, the angle of the camera, and not even something all that extreme, just, zooming in and tilting down like you see in plenty of other games that have a similar camera system would help a lot. And just, even if it's also just it zooms out so you can actually see when you're going to throw something where it's going to land. It's like, come on. Why is that something that I have to say? But yeah, so I can understand going to that forum, especially because that's it's supposed to be Fenyx is looking down through the scrying pool, but it's still you could have some play here. So it's like there's a story explanation to it, but it's still, you could have some play there where it can move in and out. And it's also the whole, well, you can't really say that Fenyx is only looking through the scrying pool, because when she goes into the vaults, when Ash goes into the vaults, the connection is lost. So technically at those times she can't see it, so that story reason doesn't hold up perfectly. So it's like, no, that was a decision, and it's like, fine, but it needs to be improved. The length was good. The design was a bit too linear at times. Like the time that, just because I was exploring a little bit and got ahead of myself with Boreas, now I had to go back, do that, and just literally stand in the right spot, and then let me go back to where I was, and then I could finally progress. Some of the gating was annoying, like it took me so long to find that purple twisted horn. And I swear, I thought I would have gone by that. Maybe I did. Maybe I did just go by it and thought I picked it up, or just my attention was drawn to enemies. Balance was annoying, as I've already talked about. But I do think that one might still be worth putting above the other two. Yeah, because I have to. It's the most complete feeling of them, and it is a novel edition. Because Myths, novel edition, yes, not so complete feeling. A New God, complete feeling, not so a novel an edition, because it's just the Trials all over again. Though it did add some neat abilities. Did add some neat new mechanics there, so I do appreciate it. But it is actually well designed, even if there were those frustrating frustrating trials. Overall, what do I think? I'm thinking. If you enjoyed the base game, let me also, I want to see how much is the season pass? There, oh. Okay. Huh. $40 it says for the season pass. Yeah. No. I'm sorry, $40, that's too much. 30 I could believe. 20 would be a good price. So if you enjoy the base game and you see this on sale, the season pass on sale for like, 20, 50, I mean 15, I think if you enjoy the base game, 15 is probably good to spend on it. 20 is also good. 30 I can believe. I don't know why you'd have it at 40. I'm sorry, that really seems too high. I'm saying, how much is the base game? Man, it is weird trying to navigate their store. Here. The game itself is 60. Yeah, this is not worth 2/3 of the game. Oh, but I see, because then the gold edition they have at 100. No, though. I mean, it's. I'm sorry. I don't want to be saying it quite like that, but yeah, I just no. Those three together are not worth 4. A base price of 30, I could understand. A sale price of 20 would be quite good, I think. Well, would be good. 15 would be quite good. Yeah. Now, I was also... You can buy them separately, I think. Man, but navigating the store is kind of annoying. Because I'm just doing it in the Uplay thing itself. Each individual one is 15. Myths is definitely not worth it. It's way too short. 15. A new god. I can understand full price of 10 on that. I wouldn't pay 15. It's trials all over again. It's the vaults from the base game all over again. I would not pay 15 for that. Lost Gods, yeah, I can see it being 15. I can. It's not quite to the level of standalone, but I could see it being worked on to get it to the level of being a standalone game, and at $15, $20 standalone would be fine. But now, hold on, now, just let me think though. If, let's say 15 on that, so 25 with a new god, because I was saying 10. Myths at 5, so that would be 30. Or you make it 10 for 35. Because I could understand having myths and a new god at the same price. But yeah, like 10, 10, and 15. I could accept that. So that'd be 35. You then sell the season pass at 30. That I think is the pricing I would more go for. And would be more appropriate for it. But yeah. Man, 40 for the season pass. I'm sorry, Ubisoft. Thank you very much for providing the basic gold edition key when I reviewed it, but I'm probably not going to put well, maybe in the review about the pricing stuff. I don't mind talking about it so much here, but in the formal written review, I tend to try to avoid talking about pricing. But yeah, it's 40 is too much for the season pass. I feel there's some season passes that can deserve that. I don't feel this quite does it. All right. It was still enjoyable though. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying there is not that it was bad. I'm just saying $40 is too much. Yeah. I don't think I really have much more to say. Just like going back to just like cover how I would recommend them. Overall, if you enjoy the base game, yes, but sale price. Look for it on sale. Rankings between them, Lost Gods, I do feel is better. I do feel it is the best of the 3. It has the best overall design, best execution of the 3. It has problems, yes, but of the 3, I think it nails the quality the best, is the best there. A New God for overall in terms of that kind of quality stuff, quality execution, it would be right after Lost Gods. But I think generally, more holistically, looking at what is offered here, A New God, which that really should be capitalized. It should be, all 3 should be capitalized there. But anyway, I would tie A New God and Myths of the Eastern Realm. I would say that those are tied for overall their quality. Myths is too short, but it is nice what it's adding. And it does have a very good design. There was never really a point of frustration for me in that. A New God did have some problems there. So yeah, generally I would tie those in, Lost Gods being ahead. One more thing I will say. And I do think that this is also worth saying. or rather repeating, because I do believe I did say it when I finished the base game. I do look forward to more from this IP. This new Immortals IP for Ubisoft. I do still feel that way. I do wonder, though, what path they will take with it. What I would kind of like to see is that they decide, you know what, Immortals and for it like dedicated Eastern mythology game, full game, not just a DLC. I don't know if you want to do it in Chinese mythology. I don't know if you want to do a different one, but I would definitely say do that. That would be awesome to see. Don't give us the overhead view like we just had for the Lost Gods, unless you get the camera working right. Keep the third person camera of the base game, the other two expansions. But yeah, I am looking forward to more from this IP. I am. Yeah, now I got nothing more to say. I hope you enjoyed all this. I have enjoyed it. I really have been enjoying this game. Yeah. I guess one other thing I would say is, come on, get the mythology right. Hades is the eldest brother, and Kronos is already dead. Come on. Although, I will grant, Kronos being brought back to life, I can accept that. I understand that. But Hades is the oldest, not Poseidon. Come on, man. That's simple. That's simple. I'm kind of laughing now, because like I'm probably one of the handful of people that care. I don't even know why I care, but I do. Alright. See you next time.